Okay, imagine I have a friend
Okay.
who is in the International Space Station. I have this doubt for a really long time.
Okay.
What kind of food they eat?
Okay. So I'll not tell you that they have to take a pill like when we listen, right?
Okay, is that not true?
No. Like when we think that like astronauts are going to space, they just take a pill. Like there is a kind of myth.
Multivitamins or something like that.
Something for that. It is not true. They can eat burger. They can eat pizzas.
They can?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They can eat what they want, but not everything that they want. But yeah, they can choose what kind of food menu they want to eat.
Okay, so if they're eating whatever they want, they can use salt and pepper and everything.
Yeah, they can use salt and pepper, but in a liquid format.
How?
Yeah. Yeah, for example, if you have something, okay, you want to, if you want to use some salt or pepper on that, okay, if you just do that, it's just small particles, right? There is microgravity. Okay, everything just floats away. Okay,
Yeah.
if you use...
So you have to, do the whole thing and get this salt and pepper with his burger, and then he has to eat.
Yeah,
due to the microgravity.
Yeah, like due to microgravity, if you just throw that sprinkle that salt or pepper on that,
it'll just float.
Yeah, it just float. It can go to the eye, it get into the eyes or nose, into the astronaut.
And there might be a possibility that it can also damage some parts of the...
Yeah, whatever the spacecraft that they are into. So they use in that liquid format. Okay, so what they have to do is that if they're using some kind of food, they'll just pour it, the liquid, and they'll do that. So the chances are very less, right? Even it just floats, it floats like a bubble.
Okay.
They can just handle it properly.
And how do these astronauts, survive? Like, how do they eat? What kind of food they eat? Do they get to choose their own food?
Yeah, like when we are talking about what kind of foods that astronauts eat, they are similar kind of foods. Okay, not same. They can eat similar kinds of food. As we can say.
Do they get to choose what they want to eat?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe you are allergic to something. Okay, I'll tell you, this is my food menu. You have to eat this in the next 6 months. You are allergic to some food. Okay, definitely you'll not be interested to eat it.
Yeah.
And it's like there are hundreds of foods, okay, where you can eat in space. Hundreds. Okay, the count is going up, going more and more and more. Okay.
I could eat pizza?
Yeah, you can eat pizza. Like, it's been from very long. Pizza Hut was the first restaurant, okay, to deliver food into space. It doesn't mean that delivery boy from Pizza Hut doesn't deliver the food to space, but
Okay.
they have done little, processing. Because it needs to be good in space, right? You can't simply cook in space. You will not have like whatever the...
So everything in space is just processed before?
Most of them. You can do little cooking there, but we can't call it cooking, right? So when we go to kitchen, like we have certain things when we are talking about cooking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in space it won't be like that. They are rehydrated foods, okay? So it will be like no hydration will be there, no fluid will be there in the food, okay? It will be dried or something like that, okay? All you have to do is that you fill that with some fluid or some water, okay? You heat it up, it will boil by its own, like in oven, okay? So in oven...
If I want to drink coffee in space, how would I consume it?
It will be in pouches.
Okay.
Like
I
you
just have to...
Like you will not have that kind of cups there.
Okay.
Okay, it will all with pouches.
Okay. Just like how we take sips from that fruity or something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We have Tetra Paks, right? We put some straw in it and we use. And if we take the same straw and the same design of the Tetra Pak, it won't work there. Okay, because of the microgravity within the straw, the fluid will come out, right? Even it is very small space, but it will not go that forcefully, but it will come by droplet to droplet. It is not also recommended. So the design of the straw is very different in space, right? You will have a clamp to that. You can just close it. Okay. When you giving an example, when you are ill, okay, you go to some hospital, you will get some saline, right? Some bottle. Like when you have that, you can control at what speed it goes, it flows, right? Like that, you can just, there will be a clamp, you can close it, so nothing will come out. You open it to zip it. So everything for space needs to be customized, okay? Like it needs to be designed in a very different way.
Nice. So there is someone out there designing straws for space travel.
Yeah, of course. Like it's a whole big domain. Like, what we see there are like for this podcast, you and me are talking. Okay, if you see, we are the only two people here, but you have a crew to to design it, to edit it, and to record it, right?
Yeah.
There are like that in space also. Like every domain is there, but it's just that we see astronaut and we see astronauts are eating food, but there are a lot of
I
people.
think computer science guys have been like they're playing a big role in like how we grow so exponentially in the space travel and things like that.
I'll tell you that there is no big domain in space. Okay, so if the communication engineer are giving you super, like, okay, it is going very nice, okay, but something went wrong, okay, that your mathematician gave you a wrong calculation, okay, by the time you reach that point, Mars should be there. If you can't see Mars because of the calculation, then astrodynamics is a big part, okay, and you go there, Mars, okay, you need to communicate with Earth, okay, if something went wrong, okay.
The communication
People thinks that you are died, like the movie, like there is the Martian movie. So the people thinks that they died. Okay, communication is also very important. It also plays a very important task. And like the same, like you have an oxygen. Okay, that person who calculate this much oxygen is required when you're going this much gravity. We are going like this. If he calculates something, you will be run out of oxygen. You will die.
Yeah.
Even that person is also plays a very big part in that. Even coming into the food, okay, if the nutritionist, okay, it doesn't calculate the how many nutrients are required for you, okay, if they do calculate.
Okay, so I've heard that you need to have like 10 milligrams of iron consumption if you're in space.
So when you are in space, the red blood cells will be lesser. Okay, it will be very lesser compared to on Earth. Okay, so most of the iron will be consumed by RBC. Okay, so when you consume more than 10 milligrams per day, okay, in your food, what you consume, the astronauts, when you're an astronaut, okay, when you're in space, like if you consume more than 10 milligrams of food, iron, so it will be like
there is a possibility
that you will get cardiac arrest. Okay, so the people who are developing the food scientists, okay, especially the space food scientists, okay, thinks about it, talks about it like that. So they make sure that the iron in the food that you consume is less than 10 milligrams. Okay, so that is the possibility. So for that.
And how about how do they get vitamin D? Do they get supplements for that?
Yeah, like you and me, we are on Earth, right?
Yeah, we get sun.
We get sun for free of cost.
Yeah.
We get vitamin D. Right. Still, there are people like vitamin D deficiency. Even they are on Earth. Right. There are people on Earth. There are people on space. They're in spacecraft because we have certain things in Earth environment. Okay. So whatever that is that we are coming to us are safe. But when you are in space, you will not have that kind of layers and atmosphere. Right. Yeah. You will get radiation directly from the sun. It is not really recommended for you. Right. Yeah. So we have certain things which will be which will give you support, which will keep you safe in the spacecraft, the systems of the spacecraft, thermal technology, different technologies that keeps you safe. But for that purpose, you will not get sunlight, right? You require vitamin D, so they take vitamin D supplements through different foods. So that is how
sodium,
they get vitamin D.
Same thing goes with sodium.
Yeah, they need to take little less because of the bones and these things, right? So they have to take very limited things.
Yeah. So talking about different domains in space, chemistry also comes into play when it comes to the food consumption and all.
Yeah.
That.
Of course, like you are eating some kind of food, okay? You want some food if you are an astronaut, okay? You're telling me that I'm the food scientist for you. Let us imagine I'm not a food scientist and you're not an astronaut. Let us imagine you are going to space. You come to me and say that these are the foods that I'm interested to eat in space. Okay, so I'll come up with a menu plan for you. Okay, I have my own nutritionist. Okay, dietitian for me. Okay, so these are the nutrients required for me when you're in space, when I'm in space, or when you are in space. Okay, I'll tell you these are the things that are required. Okay, I do plan your meal plan. These are the foods that I wanted to do. Okay, these are the foods that I wanted to give you. These are the nutrients required. So this will be the pouch that you need to take. Okay, so like that, I'll give you this kind of proper menu for you based on what you are interested in. If you ask me, bro, I want to have some vodka in space, like we need to think about it.
Okay.
But you can choose what kind of foods that you want to eat, but whatever you want to eat, everything that can be done for now.
Yeah. So it is completely fictional when it comes to space and people just taking pills.
Maybe you can take pills, like what people thinks is happening, that's the fiction. Okay, people from nutraceutical background, few people from this, we do a lot of research, like from organization like us. Okay, so we are one of the people who's aiming to create space food for astronauts. Okay, so our major domain is into space food. Like now we are still figuring out how we can make this happen. Okay, a food meal in just a pill. Okay, like we call it meal in pill. Okay, you just take a pill, you'll getting all the nutrient supplements, whatever it is required for you.
But
it is just kind of fiction.
Okay.
We are working on that. It is not reality. It's the fiction. Okay, what people thinks that maybe astronauts can eat whatever the foods that we eat. They thinks that it's like fiction. It is not happening. They take pill, but the reality is that the pill is the fiction, and what we eat in space is the reality.
Okay, we can eat everything that we can eat here, but with some science to it, like
Yeah,
with
of
some
course.
chemistry
Yeah.
and all that.